then we are going to go over to main cam, no TTS. Welcome to my beautiful work table. Here she is in the holodeck on the Starship SS or IBS, I guess is what it's going to be. The what does SS stand for? Starship? Maybe? I don't know. Starship Enterprise? SS? I'm going to have to look that up at some point, but that's neither here nor there. Let me get a little bit focused here. Here's my beautiful table. Well, let's fire up some One World. And I'm going to show you a map that I was working on today. I got off early today, and so I found some Hillside Crypt action going on. Before I do that, though, let me scooch over to where is that map? Where is that map? It's this one. I want to find out what this guy's name is. Mutenn, M-U-T-E-N-N. I always like to go to the Patreon page of the person that I am using their artwork. Mutant maps and illustrations. Okay, so before we do that, let's blast over to the right monitor. And I found a map by this guy. Patreon.com Mutant that I really like. Oh, let's see if we can scroll through and check out some of his artwork. Recent posts by. Oh, what do you got? What do you got here? Some kind of cyberpunk thing? Looks like some boats and some things on fire. Dark Matter. Oh, that's cool. That was a good show. That was an excellent show. Present you with the Cycle of Cerberus. I should have shut off my noise so that you didn't hear that beep going on. The Cycle of Cerberus. This is already out. Who put this out? Was this one of the DM Dave's things? I don't want to say that, but coming very soon. 20 cartographers, mini artists, and writers. There's some stuff already out for that. Oh, look at this map. It's kind of a cool looking cave entrance. Yeah, that seems to be that's sort of his style and his look. He's got some cool looking stuff going on there. Sci-fi asset pack with crafty dice editor. Mutants RPG is creating maps and illustrations for D&Ds and other RPGs. I like his style. He's got a nice style going on there. Some pretty sweet stuff. So, anyways, I found this map. Let's get back to it here. I'm going to go back to main cam, no TTS. Here's my beautiful table. And we are going to build the Hillside Crypt. This is a map that he threw up on Reddit, which is usually where I grab my maps from. And the artwork, I don't know if it's the water or the bridge or what it is, but something about this with the different layers, working your way up to the Hillside Crypt area with these big, mutinous looking statues. Who knows what's in there? It's not really the point. But yeah, I thought this map would be frickin' sweet if I turned it into a 3D map, because I like that the camp area is down here, and then as you progress, you sort of got to go up through these different tiers. And this is what I came up with. Let's smash the build button and watch as it springs to life. Finished loading. There we go. All right, so over by the old campfire, you got Bert and Ernie, the paladin, and the, I don't know what this guy's supposed to be. He's some kind of weird-looking druidic wearing guy. But yeah, the two of them were hanging out by the old campfire. They went off in search of some kind of hidden dwarven crypt, but unfortunately, these guys were beat by the undead cultists. And so here we are, start of the morning. Maybe it's we can go over here and we can smash the dusk button. Shbadoosh, lower the light down a little bit. Maybe they're hanging out by the campfire and under the guise of night. Is it called guise? That's really weird. Under the nighttime, whatever the hell I'm trying to say, the cultists summon the evil and vile protectors of this undead crypt. A band or a group of undead skeleton warriors that are lying around. Paperforge does all the art that you're going to see. These are Paperforge minis, which I think are fantastic. Front side, back side. Yeah, absolutely bloody wicked. So, I got you got your skeleton pack that came with that was their deal. So you got the rogue skeleton going on. I put a couple rogue skeletons hiding in the bush, waiting to spring out. Here's your swordsman, your spearman, your axeman. As we progress our way up through the different levels, you've got these guys springing out. You've got some cover. You got little hidden rogues in the bush, which is pretty sweet. And then as we progress up, we get a little bit tougher. Now you got some guardians. These skeletons aren't your regular skeletons. These bitches are wearing shields and helmets. So they're going to have a higher AC or a bit more difficulty as they get up here. Here's another little swordsman hanging out in the bush. Your little stealthy rogue wants to pile up the back way and hide in these bushes, kind of a thing. And then, all the way, if you're playing ICRPG, which is one of the games that I love to play, the entire time, like your threats, treats, and time or die, is going to be rogues popping up out of the bush. Just do surprise attacks. You're going to have these archers up top every round. These archers are going to start firing down on your players. Like, this is not going to be your typical little crappy, skeleton smashing adventure, right? Like you've got waves of characters to go through. I wouldn't send all of these at my players at once, but if you're playing ICRPG, we do a cool thing. Hank does a cool thing with this dice. You bust out your old D4, which I think is pretty sweet. Let's see if I can find dice, and then we're going to get the old D4 dice out. I'll drag this down here. We are going to take this thing and make it super big. Here we go. My dice is getting erect, so to speak. What you do in ICRPG is every round you want to flip this thing. We're gonna hit the old roll button, and it rolled right off the table. Unexpected. Let's throw it over here, and then we'll roll it. Here we go. Okay, so this is cool. It rolled a 1. So what that means is every time you go around the table, or one rotation, everybody takes their turn. When it comes back to the Game Master's turn, he gets to make a thing happen. So this is what I'm doing. I got Bert and Ernie down here progressing their way through these waves of skeletons. They're hacking, they're slashing, they're kicking and punching, they're doing their business. But after they take their attacks, after these little rogue guys come over and try and give them the old, what for, something is going to happen. So what I would do is I would just tell everybody when this thing lands on a 1, these archers, everybody has to make a dexterity check to avoid these archers up here. These skeleton archers are raining arrows down. They're skeletons, man. They don't have eyeballs. They're just guessing, right? So, what are you going to do? It's not like they can see. They're just sort of shooting arrows in the general direction of their bros. And every time it comes around, Bert and Ernie got to make a dexterity check, or they're going to take some weapon damage from these guys. As Bert and Ernie progress through this little scenario, I can't really select Bert and Ernie for some reason, but here we go. They're going to move up here, and then they're going to have to engage with wave 2. You got some swords guys, some axe guys. This guy, he's gonna do like some serious Hassan chop. He's got a great big friggin' axe. This guy's going to do like extra weapon damage. Instead of a D6, maybe I'll give him a magical axe or something like that. But you're going to have rogues popping out of the bush once you roll this dice. See if this sucker goes off the table again. Lands on 3. So now you got 3 rounds of attacking and slashing the various skeletons that you're sort of working your way through until you get up to this level. Now you got your guard captains with their shields, higher armor classes, higher hit points and stuff like that. These guys are a little bit more talented. And then we're slowly working our way up to the top where you finally get to the archers and you got to take them out. But the evil undead warlocks, the cultists, the evil undead cultists, not warlocks, have summoned an abomination. Look at this frickin' thing, man. This is friggin' awesome. It's got like teethy ribcage looking things with gnarly tentacles. This thing's clawing, chewing, grappling you with its great big tongue. Ooh, you know what? If you look at it too, I just noticed this now. Not only did they summon this thing, but they sacrificed one of their brothers to make it. This guy's got like normal boots and a robe on. So he looks like he's like spawning out of one of the other ones. So I'm going to be describing that. These guys are doing some kind of ritualistic ceremony as my players are starting to progress up the different tiers and stuff like that. And once they get up to this tier, sorry buddies, but you're too late. The abomination has been summoned. F8 is going to do some of this. Maybe we make this thing 5-5 and 5, right? And then we're going to send a giant after my players just to make it tough, because screw those guys. They're just players, right? We all know players suck as game masters. That's how we roll. Yeah, so the giant abomination is going to come down, and he's going to get it all up in their grill. That is freaking fantastic. I'm going to alt screenshot this bad boy. Let's do a print screen on that sucker. So there you have it. That's what's going on in here. Now you got to take out some cultists. Of course, you're going to have more than 2 players. Maybe you got a rogue. Maybe you got a priest. A couple of guys sneaking around back that's going to take out these cultists. I don't know if I would make them too tough. And depending on, how well your players do. I love this guy. This guy's got like a heart in his hand. Right? Kill this guy. Kill the spell that summoned the abomination. Something like that. Anyways, that's going to be it. That's like a 10-minute deal on this one. This is a freaking badass map. I really like the way that this turned out. Patreon Mutant. And then this map is going to be called the Hillside Crypt. As always, you can find my maps if you go to the workshop and you look for One World Games table with images. I'm going to put the description or the link, the info link, because you can't see this thing because it won't pop up. But I will put the link for this table or that workshop in the video description, whatever the hell you call it. That's it for this one. All right, everybody. Peace out, my friends. Thank you.